I'm here live with the father of 5-star plus and Ohio State commit, Na'eem Offord. Kyrie Offord is live on the 5-star flex. Kyrie, what's up, big dog?
What's going on with you, dude? Yes, sir.
Na'eem is committed to Ohio State,
Hmm?
and there's a big game this weekend. Will Na'eem be in Oregon for the Ohio State-Oregon game?
Yes, that's our plan to go up there this weekend, man. We're trying to put that together now, so we'll probably be up there this weekend. Check out that game.
Okay, so let's start with Ohio State. In your opinion, what was the reason Na'eem committed to Ohio State?
Uh, just the way they recruited him, just being consistent. Just almost every day, for over a year. Coach Walt, man, the relationship he built with him and Coach Duhart. Um, and just listen to me when I told them my opinion of the school. As a parent, they check every box for me. As a parent, I was fine with the school, and I felt like, I guess he felt it checked every box for him. I know he kind of committed kind of early, and I told him, once I found out he was going to commit, this doesn't shut down your recruiting. It's still going to be schools coming at you, whatever. So my main thing was him just enjoying this process. As a kid, you only get this chance one time. So just enjoy it, have fun, just, don't rush into things. The main thing is time. But Ohio State stayed on top of it hard, man. They're still coming hard. I like them. As you see, he like them. He's committed to them. So, I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's his choice where he want to go. So that's why I told him just take time and, just pray on it. And God, he'll lead you to the right place.
As a father, what did you like most? You, like, not talking about Na'eem, but as a father, what did you like the most about Ohio State for your son?
I'm a little older than him,
Okay.
so I understand that winning tradition they got. Just the atmosphere, man, the culture up there, what he can get out of Ohio State on and off the field.
Right.
Just seeing things from the past, other players that played with Ohio State. Just the relationships some of the players got with the school as they come back. It's a nice city. It's one of the top growing cities in the nation. Um, And I think, as a family, we all enjoy it when we go visit up there. He has family up there
Okay.
on both sides, me and his mother's side. So, I mean, it's like home to me and him. But, at the end of the day, it's his choice what he want to do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I like a bunch of schools, but at the end of the day, it's him. And I'm not in that situation, and
Right.
I don't gotta pick. So,
Right. When it comes to Columbus, if I remember correctly, because I think we had an interview scheduled that week. You guys visited, and he committed that same weekend. At
yeah, shot,
what point on shocked you? At
yeah.
what point on the visit did you know that he was going to commit?
Oh, uh, I didn't know he was gonna commit, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We got in Coach Day office, and he was talking, and he looked, he told Coach Day, and Coach Walt that he was gonna commit, and he turned around to me and his mom and asked, "Was we okay with it?" And I told her, I said, "Well, I already told you this is a school that checked every box for me."
Okay.
I was like, she was okay with it, and that was it. Cause he shocked me, you
Right.
know. I'm not gonna lie, it shocked me, but it is what it is. I didn't know. Some people thought, like, some people think, like, no, I didn't know, man. Like, I didn't know he was gonna commit that early,
Right.
But I guess he felt something. And at the time, Ohio State was that school that's always been on him, and that relationship he built with Coach Walt and just development, that Coach Walt can bring. Uh, and he, like I said, he got goals he want to reach, and I think he feel like Coach Walt is one of the people that can help him get there.
Right. Even with Ohio State having a guy like Devin Sanchez committed, another top corner, you see the stuff on the message boards where it says, well, Naeem's looking around because he doesn't want to compete. How untrue is that?
Man, he was born to compete.
Right.
You got to compete on every level. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Level get harder and harder. You got to compete at the high school level. You got to compete at the college level. You got to compete for that job. And we want to go where the best at.
Right.
we weren't worried about, if he would have committed or not. We didn't even look at that. He just was another top cornerback that's coming. Okay,
Right.
cool. But I see both of those guys on the field at the same time.
Mm.
Those two players, man, two great guys at that position, man. I see them on the field at the same time. One on one island, the other on the other island. So
Yeah.
pick your poison. Uh, they're different, man. Two dogs. I feel like two dogs, and he want to play with the best. And I feel that's how he feel. We don't worry about who's who or nothing like that. Like I said, he was born to compete.
Right.
Very competitive. He been competitive since day one. If anybody
Mm.
knows, he has a brother that plays D1 ball, and
Right.
they still competitive. They've been competitive since they was able to talk.
Right.
So yeah, he's the one the type of kid he love the competition. And
Man.
it kind of like it kind of make him like dig even more. So I mean, I think he's okay with that, man. He was fine with it. Those two guys that built a relationship with each other, man. It looked like a great match. Like,
Yeah. I mean, and then even when you look at it right now, Naeem got a D1 corner on the other side of him at Parker right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
a lot of people don't know that Naeem been playing that position for varsity since a freshman. He never left off the field.
right.
Always been competitive, man. And I don't care you the best. He gonna want to get in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Prove that he the best.
Right.
So his competitive spirit, man, is very high, man. We don't worry about what. We never looked at what kid is going to what school.
Right.
That's the same way I did with his brother. Like, hey, we feel like we the best, so we're gonna go down there and take a position. We're
Yeah.
gonna go compete. Like you got to have that confidence in yourself, especially playing that position. You got to have that confidence. Like, hey, I'm a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Best when I touch this field. Do not try to be the best when you get on the field. So we don't look at who's going where. Like, look at it. Oregon got some top guys
Yeah.
that's right now in the 2025 class. We don't look at that, man.
Yeah.
I
Now
think
and
he
so
got that.
speaking of Oregon, this weekend is a big visit.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Oregon that makes you guys want to visit again?
The atmosphere, man. I love the atmosphere up there. Coach Lanning, man, he's a great guy. Uh, if you meet Coach Lanning and just be around that guy, you see why a lot of kids want to play with him, play for him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Oregon is Oregon. Everybody know, about the facilities and everything. But I think it's something he liked about the staff with Coach Lanning and everything. They've been building that relationship with him pretty strong. They've been kind of coming real hard on him.
Right.
So looking forward to seeing this weekend and see what it brings. Being in that game atmosphere, we haven't had
Mm-hmm.
out there in the game atmosphere. So that's one thing he want to experience and see.
Right. When you think about going cross country, does that ever scare you as a father? Just like, man, he's gonna be so far away. Like, how does it like what gives you comfort in knowing that Oregon is far away, but you're okay with your son potentially going there?
I'm probably put my about him being far across the country. I kind of told him at the beginning of this recruiting, I'm like, listen, this is your path. This is your decision. So it doesn't matter, how far it is. That's you. Like, so I never said, hey, you gotta stay close to home.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't look at it like a big problem, man, because kids do it all the time. You might have a kid way from Florida up there, so that's part of the journey. That's
Right.
part of the process. What if
What,
that was the only scholarship I had?
right.
That's,
What if
that's
it
where you
was
got
his
to
only
go.
one, right?
So,
What do you like about Oregon's defense and the way that Naeem would fit in it?
uh, Coach Taj, man, Coach Taj, I like his energy.
Mm-hmm.
Is they see him moving him different places. Playing a
Right.
little, playing the boundary. They just moving him all over because he's a playmaker. So
Right.
I like the idea how they want to use him. I
Mm-hmm.
like Coach Taj bring. Great guy, man. Cool guy. So Oregon got their whole staff pretty cool, man.
Right. Man,
Kind
so
of
when we
young.
talk about uniforms, Oregon is known for the uniforms. Naeem has a certain swagger about himself. Oregon, the uniforms, being on the Pacific West Coast, kids that go to Oregon have a certain swag. How do you feel like Naeem's
Yeah.
swag fits into Oregon?
Oh, it's swag go right in with Oregon.
Yeah.
It go right in with Oregon. I that on an official visit. When they were putting the combos together and he's just one of those type of players, man. That swag, like no matter what type of uniform he put on, he gonna make it look good. And
Right.
he gonna find a combo. He got a little swag about himself. I can't say that. I ain't want to tell him that, but he he'll know now. So
Right. No, Naeem low key swag. No, it ain't even low key. I seen him on Instagram the other day. I was like, all right, then, nephew. Okay.
I told his
So
dad. He used to have a little swag back in the day too.
yeah, hey, we got pictures now. Hold on.
Yeah,
If he need them, we can go to the archives and we got to show
them days over with now.
him. All right, listen. You got one more school in the recruitment. That's the Auburn Tigers. What is it about Auburn that you think keeps Naeem going back when he does go?
One Auburn is it's close to home. You know,
Mhm.
that wouldn't be a reason trying to stay close to home. And he always been like an Auburn fan when he was little when they had Cam Newton.
Right.
Like my whole family, most of them Auburn fans.
Wow.
And I see, one reason why he goes down there a lot. These kids young and being a top recruit, you can be good traveling almost any school in the country you want to. And I think just because he probably don't want to sit at home a lot on the weekend, so he'll take a little Auburn visit a couple times. But I mean, he likes Auburn. Don't get me wrong. I think right now he's just kind of like got him under the microscope right now.
Mhm.
Just out. Auburn's just a school that always been there. They've been recruiting them too. They had a coaching change at one point. But I know he likes Auburn too. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say he doesn't.
Right.
Those three that he has up there, he's liking. And it's another school that's trying to get in the mix. But
Hold on. All right. You got to give me the school.
so
What
yeah,
what
you gotta
school? If not, hold on. Let me ask you this: if Naeem was to take another visit to a certain school, what school would that be?
Colorado.
Wow. Wow. Coach Prime.
Yeah.
What is it about Colorado that has Naeem considering a visit?
Um, just the ideal of where they see Naeem at. Um,
Mm.
you know, uh, they want to try to make him like the next Travis Hunter.
Wow.
I know any kid, they kind of caught his attention a little bit. So, and he never been out to Colorado, and it's just an
Okay.
atmosphere of mine. And you got to think about it, Dion. In my book, Dion is the greatest DB to ever play the game.
Wow.
College, and Coach Mathis, he a DB coach too. He play some NFL ball.
Now,
So
Kevin, hey, Coach Mathis was a dog too.
yeah, for the Falcons, you already know.
Yeah. All right. So, Kyori, when did you know Naeem was special?
Probably about 5 years old. About five.
Wow.
He
Okay.
started playing ball when he was 4, and my
Okay.
brother started coaching him first. I was coaching his brother, and at 4 years old, he playing 6U. I'm like 4 years old. He ain't gonna get on the field at 6, against 6-year-olds. But he actually was playing like starting at cornerback at 4 years old.
Mm.
That next year, when I really got to see him just like play with the ball in his hand. So his first time ever touching the ball, seeing him, break a long touchdown, first play of the game. So I'm like, okay, he turned around and did it the next series. Like when they got the ball again, I'm like, he might be kind of special. We might have something there. So as I saw,
Mm-hmm.
he progressed, I'm like, he got something special. Because we already knew his brother had something special. And I started looking at Naeem and just watching him like he might be the best one out of all of them. You know,
Wow.
cousins and everything. You know, he has like 3 cousins that play D1 ball, and me and my brother always said Naeem probably gonna be the best. You know, all of them good, but he just had something special about him. You
You know what? I see that Tulane shirt. And
know,
so that lets me know how good Naeem is because his brother is tearing it up right now for the Tulane Green Wave, and
oh yeah,
that's Makai Hughes. Talk to me about how good Makai is and how proud of you, how proud of him you are.
man, I'm so proud of Makai, man. Just overall, just being just a person. Period. Just he's a great kid. What he accomplished on and off the field, man. I'm proud of him, man. The young man he didn't grew into. You know, my son used to didn't talk that much, but he tearing the field up down there. He began interviews. He had no choice but to talk now. So I just
Right.
listen. I get a kick out of listening to him at the end. Just listen to the interviews and stuff. So I'm proud of him, man. That kid, you know him, man. You know he a special kid. You know, I
Mhm.
get great things about him. Uh, like I said, he's very special, man, and like he's teaching Naeem a lot of stuff, kind of schooling him what to look for, be prepared for when he gets to that college level. And so,
Mhm.
you know, yeah, that's my guy, Makai. That's my guy.
How competitive are Naeem and Makai right now?
Man, he's still competitive. They've been they've been competitive like that, man. Oh man, you hear them since they've been 4 or 5. Just if it's not the video game, it's throwing a baseball, hitting the balls. Like they competitive. Like and to this day, you know, Naeem will tell him, "I'm better than you."
Oh
And
wow.
on this level, like I'm like, hey man, right now, like you got a little time to go, but they and I love it about them because they always push each other. They whole life push each
Right.
other, compete. You know, he won't be better than big brother, and I'm big brother, so I can't let little brother be better than me. And
Right.
so they've been competing, man, at everything. You know, it's fun, man. And a couple weeks ago, we was down at Tulane game when they played South Alabama. I'm in South Florida, and
Mhm.
we went somewhere afterwards, and they still was talking smack to each other. Like, but people was laughing, like, man, I'm used to it, you know. But I
Right.
love that competitive nature about them, man. And as you know, if you got a brother or siblings, you know that competitive nature about, you know, when you and your brother compete. And I watch my boys do the same things as what me and my brothers done, compete against each other, trying to be the best. And you know that's I love that. You know, it's nothing like having a sibling. You know,
Mhm. When you think about their relationship as a father, how like do you ever just go pat yourself on the back? It was like, bro, I did it twice. Like the average person would kill to have just Makai. Now you got a 5-star cornerback coming up behind him, and not even to mention your other kids who are doing well. Like, what does it mean to you as a father to be so successful and see your kids flourish?
I mean, I'm proud to see them. One thing, being successful, living their dream. I don't really pat myself on the back. Uh, I get, you know, people give me compliments and everything, but I feel like I'm just doing my job, the job I'm supposed to do as a dad, you know, as a
Right.
parent. You know, the sacrifices you had to make, and I'm just doing my job as a dad. That's it. That's what I'm supposed to do as a father. You know, the rest I just, you know, I give grace to God for blessing us
Yeah.
who we are. So no, I'm just doing my job. That's it.
Last year, Makai goes crazy at Tulane, and I'm sure there were a lot of people that wanted him to get into the transfer portal. Why did Makai stay? And what's the craziest thing that you heard, like that a school was saying, we'll give him this, we'll give him that if he were to jump into the portal?
Yeah, yeah. Makai's he's a loyal kid, man. And he's big on education.
Okay.
And one thing, you know, I like he had a lot of schools reach out to me trying to get him, and I didn't tell him at the moment because you know he had a coaching change. Their whole coaching staff left Tulane. And I just told him give it time and pray on the situation. I think he's one of those type. He got comfortable where he at. He's very
Mhm.
comfortable, and yeah, like he got it good down there. And he thought about it, and we talked, and he was like, "Dad, I want to stay and get my Tulane degree." I said, "I'm
Oh
all for
wow.
ride with you. You know, I'm all for it. Whatever you do. I'm respect that decision." And he turned down, you know, way more NIL money. Don't get me wrong, because you have Power 5 schools reaching out,
Right.
and it's not about the money with that kid, man. Like It never has been. He just loved the game. You
Right.
know, one of those type of kids. If he's not out there at practice or training, man, he's at Bible study. He's
Man.
just different. You know, so they got a special one in him, man. And I used to tell a lot of coaches, like, you know, he's special, but they got a special one. They love him down there, man. He the man down there. Like, why leave? You know, so he
Right.
loved the city of New Orleans, and we're gonna do it from right there. We don't got to go nowhere. We stay
Right.
right here, you know, and be successful right there. He did a great job last year.
Yeah. All right. So before we get out of here, for those that don't know, tell everybody exactly what type of player Na'eem Offord is.
Na'eem Offord, he's that player, man, that you can take the battle, and you can count on him. He's a hard worker, man. He's a leader. He want to see everybody succeed. He's very coachable, and he's gonna give you 150% on the field. He's very competitive, and every time he touches the field, he want to be the best player out there. That's just
Right.
the guy he is. Kid he is. Very competitive kid. But you getting a special kid overall, not just on the football field, off the field, like a great kid with a great personality. It's not just come from me. I'm just going by what all these coaches in the country said about him and how they feel about him. They get attached to him. He's just that type of kid you'll get attached to him once you talk to him. I mean, you know, to him,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
you'll get attached to Naeem. You know, he's just one of those types, man. You know, he always been that way since he's been a little boy. So you getting a great player and a great, you know what I'm saying, great kid, great student.
Final words before we get out of here. For any other parents that may have highly recruited guys as children, what's your advice to them as a father?
Main thing, just, you know, communicate with your kid through this process. Be on the same page with them, you know, and just have fun through this process. It's a stressful process, but it's good stress, you
Right.
know. But just have fun, man. You only get to do it one time. Um, you know, just watching my kid go through this process is probably one of the best things I ever experienced. You know,
Right.
so main thing, just being on the same page, communicating with the kid, and that's the main thing. You guys on the same page going through this process. You know, because you'll have coaches talk to the kid, talk to the parent. So you want to be on the same page and know
Right.
what you want for your child, you know, for his future. That's the main thing. Know what you want for your child and for his future. You won't have no problem through this process.
Man, I love it. Coyote, man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
And
probably have to talk again in about a week or two.
for sure, bro. For sure, man. Thank you for having me, man. Anytime.
All right, for sure, man.